This video is proudly sponsored by AllGoods Launceston. All your outdoor clothing needs and the best rods and great Tasmanian lures. Make sure you head in next time you're in Launceston and enjoy the rest of the video.
Hey guys, Fishinstraya here today. I'm down on South Eskin, been fishing today, just trying to find this comfy seat. Been fishing today and it hasn't been the most productive day. Only caught one fish, heaps and heaps of follows, but they just wouldn't strike. So anyway, I thought why not go through what I take with me on a day trip spinning a river for trout in Tasmania. Anywhere in Australia, but obviously for me it's just Tasmania. Just a usual day. So anyway, start off with the rod. I use a Crucius 1 to 3 kilo rod. These Crucius rods are amazing, spend so much, like amazing rods. And then I use a little Dyeworks Zeller 2000. I've got 3-pound braid on that. That's just Berkeley, but I do prefer Timberwolf braid. I just don't have any on me at the moment. Anyway, moving on to the leader. The leader I use is 4-pound Jinkai leader. I also take 8-pound Jinkai leader with me, just for a little size up, depending on how big the fish get. And I just tie that with, as you can see there, tiny little double uni knot. And then I'll put about 2 meters or 3 meters of that 4-pound on, and then I'll tie my lure straight on to the line, no snap swivel, nothing like that. I'll tie my lure straight onto the line like I have just there, onto the split ring, gives it the best action. I find sometimes the split rings, they're easy to use, but I find they bulk up your action a bit, especially with these hard bodies. They just make your action so much more annoying, like it just doesn't spin normal. And yeah, anyway, moving on to lures. I've got a Hawk Sniper there, another great lure. That's what I caught the one fish we did catch today on. So yeah, that's the rod outfit, like Crucius rods, Jinkai leader, and the Hawk Snipers and Timberwolf braid. They're all available at AllGoods in the cheapest price in Tasmania. So make sure if you're looking to get into any of this stuff, make sure you go in there. Anyway, we'll move on to the tackle bag now. So I just have just plain old ancient Berkeley sling bag, and on it I have a Berkeley net, one of these stretchy ones. Any net will do, I mean, as long as it's got that rubber feeling, because if you get like a felt one, it'll just sort of get into the holes, and your hooks will get into the holes and you'll have tangles for days, and it's not really good for the fish. But like, if you get these nice open ones, these are just really good for the fish, because like they're rubber, don't hurt the fish, and they get wet obviously when you put the net in, and the hooks can't go into the rubber. So I've got a Berkeley one. Wilson make a nice one that they sell at AllGoods, but like Berkeley is a good brand for nets, and Wilson, but apart from that, all the other ones, you just get tangles in them and they're just annoying. So anyway, we'll move on to the bag. So I've got like a sling on it, and then it opens up like that. It has one like compartment for your plastics and a tackle box, but in the middle I just put in a brag mat for all the big trout that I catch. And yeah, anyway, I'll just quickly put this on the rocks, swing the camera around, and then go through the bit that you're all waiting for, pretty much. So here's the bag. So plastics, box, plastic box, plastic box. Go off with plastics first. So anyway, I open her up. First things you can see, as promised, Jinkai leader 8-pound, Jinkai leader 4-pound. I legit like once I've never been snapped off with this. It's just super strong line. Like I've got onto a trevally, that trevally that I caught a while back, that was humongous. That was on 4 pound jinkai, and that was rubbing all in the weed and all that, wrapping around and all that. So like she's super strong, and like for a 50 meter spool, they're only like $18, which if you're looking at any other leaders like Black Magic, not Strike Tiger, Savage Gear, that's the one. They're like $25 for a 50 meter leader, which is like super thin and just frays and just is not good. So I'd much rather the jinkai stuff. Available from AllGoods again, $18, cheap price, super cheap for like such high quality leader. Pliers, just plain old, any pliers that you got that can fit in your bag. I've got split ring pliers for when I completely ruin my treble hooks. And then anyway, we go into the plastics. You can tell I'm sort of a bit of fan of Strike Tiger. So anyway, here we go. Nymphs, I just got this pack, 1-inch June bug. Pull on out, show that for you. There's a look at that one. Nice little nymph, bobs around in the water, nice one. So yeah. That's that colour pattern. So that's the first pack. Then next up we've got some froglets. So there, as it is pretty much explained, a bit of frog, like a body with a little frog tail. So they're another nice little creek lure. Or I've got froglet in black caviar, which is a black and red colour pattern. So these are pretty much all my smaller river sort of things. So like these are my smaller river plastics sort of things. Ooh. Then olive peppermints. Mints. So exact same thing. These are very old though. So they're different to the new nymphs, but they're a killer like the new nymphs, but just a little bit less strong. So the new nymphs, they definitely made them much better. But yeah. Battery died, but anyway, moving on. I've got some of these Lava Lime 1.5-inch curltail grubs. They're a very nice little grub presentation for small creeks and stuff like that. If the grub tail will stay down. There we go. Like small creeks and stuff like that, absolutely like great stuff when it's on. It's a small creek, but it's still got some depth. This is where it's shallow, where those two plastics comes in that I showed you before, but when it's deep, that's where the grub comes out. So anyway, moving on. Cooper Berry 2-inch bug. These are like, if you're fishing under trees, like these are sort of, for me, I'm going to use them more out of a boat, because like I can get right up into the trees with the electric and just drop them down. But like, they're pretty much just like, they're sort of, if you had to describe them, they're a bigger nymph, but like obviously fatter on the paddles and stuff like that. So like obviously for redfin and stuff like that, what's the word, trees, that's it, redfin and stuff like that, and obviously trout in the trees too. So like it just depends. Like there's something you've got to fish under a tree. So if you can get a nice deep hole where you can flick it into a tree and let it down, sink, that's where the bug comes out. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. We've got a nothing. Nah, one of my favourite striped tiger soft plastics, the 2-inch black and gold T-tail. Such a slim profile. Actually, this one's actually broken because we just dropped the fish on it and then chucked it back in the packet. Here's a non-broken one. So like, it's such a like, roll away. It's got all those ribs in it. Stop rolling. Yeah, it's got all those ribs in it. Black and gold is a great colour for trout because it's got that bright on the bottom and that black on the top. So when the sun's out, you can really like see that, like the flashes from the bottom, which pulls the trout in from up underneath. I really need to learn how to speak English. Yeah, so these are my favourite. Like, I've caught heaps of trout on there. They're now moving on. 2.5 inch T-tail in homebrew. Dropped like 2 trout on this today. So it is it's a 2.5 inch, and it is like it's an interesting. Okay. It's an interesting colour because, in a way, if you get no sunlight on it, it looks like a black. It is a black colour, and then like you can like fish it like a black and gold. But then if you get heaps of sun on it, it's like see-through. Like if you can sort of, it's not gonna work. But if you get lots of sun on it, it turns see-through. So like it can be used as like a white bait as well. So it's really much of a muchness, but it's a great plastic. And yeah, it's got the same sort of ribs, so it puts out heaps of water distribution, so heaps good. So anyway, moving on, got the 3-inch Purple Storm T-tail grub. This is yet again another deep sort of against tree structure sort of lure. Colour's probably a bit bright for trout, but like that's the thing, you get it deep, it turns into a nice, I don't know what colours turn into when they get deep, but it gets into a nice dark purple colour, and which some of the bait fish do turn when they get down that deep. So I mean, trout will eat it stuck up on those trees, and just a bottom retrieve, like getting that tail all about. No reason why trout wouldn't eat that. And I mean, that's the thing, you go and trout fishing, not so much in the winter months, but when it gets into warmer, you've got to take a couple of redfin lures, because like sometimes the trout just aren't on and you've just got to fish redfin fish for redfin. So another bit of a redfin lure sort of thing, the 3-inch mint jelly minnow. I've made a video catching heaps of wrasse on these. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But like, they're interesting colour because like they look like a white bait when they get lots of sun on them, and then when it's dark they're like a beautiful redfin pattern. But like, yet again, just another something different in your box for when trout fishing gets a little bit tough. Last striped tiger is 4-inch curl tail worm in cherry blood. So this is a bit of an experiment for me. I've got one of these for trevally, brought them for trevally, but I thought, why not chuck them in, because when it rains and all that, we all know the trout come out and eat worms, but do they eat plastic worms as well? That's what I'm not to find out yet. I've fished them a little bit when it flooded, but it wasn't enough rain to really bring out the trout. So yeah, it's a little bit of a, just a bit of a different one chucked in my box, well, bag. So anyway, all those striped tigers that you've seen there, apart from I think the froglets and the one nymph that were old because they're not, like, around like that anymore. They're the new nymphs. They're all available in AllGoods at like $10, $11 a pack, which like they're Tassies, like they're like great Tassies, hot plastics, designed here in Tassie. So like, I mean, why not get onto them and support a local company too, like AllGoods, and buy them from there. Anyway, go into the last simple ones. These are just, yes, simple black and gold T-tail and pearl, bronze pearl T-tail. I think every trout fisherman has heard or fished with or something. They've just know about these two colours. They're a known colour. Like, I've got so many fish on these power baits, and pearl, I'm like, people are much of a muchness. Like, one will love black and gold and never fish these, one will love pearl and never fish with these. But I'm the black and gold person. I sort of use a few pearls, but not really. I'd rather black and gold myself. But yeah, so anyway, that's that side. So I'll just chuck that all in. So yeah, now to the tackle box. So first of all, the most important thing in the box, the Fishinstraya sticker on top. They're available at $3. If you're interested in one, I'll put my email in the bottom. Just send me a message. They're only $3 a sticker, so pretty cheap. $1 for postage. So not much. And they're 20 centimeters by 5 centimeters. But I had to cut this one because it wasn't going to fit. Now anyway, go into the box. So there's a little view of the box. So yeah, there's a little view of the box. So I've got that hawk sniper that I've got that hawk sniper that I had on my tackle box. One of these deep 69 hawk sniper in brown trout pattern. There, like, you just need a deep lure in your box. Like, yeah, you can fish plastic, but sometimes they just want the vibing of your hard body. And I've got that one, which is one of their normal 60. Oh damn it, my treble hooks are a bit gung up at the back. So that's in a white bait pattern sort of thing. So it's a beautiful colour. It's got that brown pattern on it, and then that bright white that really gets the trout going when they're searching for white bait. Anyway, in the top right corners, I've just got some simple old Tassies, just a wild selection of them. I've also got a couple small ones like that, and then on top of it I've got a couple treble hooks for the Tassies obviously, and a few of these beads, but I'm not going to pull out the beads because they're not very nice to get out. So yeah, I've just got an arrangement of Tassie Devils. So like, because that's a thing, you've got to take a bit of everything because you just don't know what they're going to be hitting on. So I don't fish them much, but they've just got to be in there. Anyway, moving on to the jig heads. There's that homebrew I was fishing with before, and so that's a Strike Tiger jig head on top of that. And then I've got a black and gold T-tail that I was fishing with before. They broke absolutely horribly. But yeah, so Strike Tiger jig heads, pretty much all that I use. Oh well, like the best jig heads that I've used. So they've got that really concave hook set that you can see, like how it like really curves up. So like that gives you such a better hookup rate. Like I have pretty much, ever since I started fishing with these Strike Tigers, I don't think I'm going to go back, because all the time I'm fishing plastics, I'm hooking up. So that's working. Anyway, we'll go down to here, I've just got a few random selection of hard bodies. Here, like eco gear. There's a look at them. Nothing too special. Just a couple of divers in different colours. But I hardly fish them. I'm mainly fishing with hawk snipers. And anyway, the big AllGoods knife. Nice little knife there, cutting line, stuff like that. So, I mean, like, even it's just in there for like a backup through if I do catch a couple of redfin, something like that, and I do want to do a catch and cook, that's in there so I can actually fillet them and not fillet them with scissors. Done that many a times. And a couple of dark YEwws, just the dark colours. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, moving on to a small selection of selters I bring with me. I love size 2 for rivers. Size 2 selters are like the best for like rivers. They're nice heavy so you can pelt them out with a cast, but they're also light so they can spin across the top. I love plain colours like that, like plain chrome, plain silvers. Show it off to you. Plain colours like that. I also love these ones. These are Meps. How do I say that? It's like it's down there for you. These are like great. They've got a little red ball there, and I don't know what about it. It just makes them turn on. Like, I was fishing like this one earlier, didn't get any hits with it. Put this one on, next cast had a follow, next cast had a hit, and then 10 minutes later dropped the fish on it. So they work good. Oh, so you just got a couple of rip-offs as spares, but Meps are the best selters. Now Meps, like, they're only $6 each. I like for a selter that is pretty good, because like if you want like the biggest what AllGoods now, they've got heaps and heaps of Meps. Like, it's the biggest Meps, like it's the biggest section of selters I've ever seen in my life. They've got that many there, it's ridiculous. So like, and they're all like $6-7, so they're super cheap. So like, if you're in selters, if you're looking for selters, and like, let's be honest, everybody's got a fish of selter here or there. They're just like the iconic trout lure. They're available at AllGoods for the cheapest price you'll find in, I'd say, Tasmania. So anyway, moving on to the last object in the tackle box. Little striped tiger poon with the little concave hook. Let's another look at the hook. If you didn't see it on the jig head, that's what they have on their jig heads. And yeah, it's got that bright little red colour. Striped tiger. There's the look at it. So like, yeah, that's pretty much, that's all I bring with me. That's all I take with me on my rivers, on my river sessions. I also take non-fishing related items. I also take, obviously, GoPro and GoPro batteries, and I also take the YEww bottle. This YEww bottle is actually ridiculous. I've kept it in my mum's car for like 3 days. Went to take a drink at it and it was still cold as. So yeah. And other things, if you're going to catch them, cook them, obviously you want to take your lighters and all that crap, but an extra thing that you can take is this fish spice. So like, there's that. How much does it say on the tag there? $9.95 from AllGoods, and that is a humongous can. And it's got a bit of spice in it, so obviously you're not going to be using heaps. So yeah, just a bit of spice to add to your fish. So yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I mean, I enjoyed going over my tackle box. So yeah, put down in the comments what you agree with, like what you think I'm missing in this tackle box, because I mean, like, that's the thing, everybody's got different go-to lures. So I mean, you've probably learned something from me, and I'll probably learn something from what you put in the comments. So yeah, so anyway, all the Strike Tigers, Jinkai Leader, Crucius rods, they're all available in AllGoods Launceston. Yet again, humongous range of Strike Tigers, and Met's probably biggest in Tassie, to be honest with you. And yeah, also those Fishinstraya stickers, $3. Email me if you want one. Look for the link look for the email in the description. And yeah, with that, I'll shut off this video. So see you guys next time. YEww!